Furthermore, I haven't committed suicide yet. This is a collection of poems or short stories that I've been writing since I've been gone. And yeah, let's get into it. After dark, I will be mistaken for a witch. The day is for blunt objects and tax returns, but the night is a solvent. It dissolves my edges, my shadow becomes a familiar. The wind carries recipes. I know which wheats to pick to make a man remember his mother's disappointment. I can read the future in the flight patterns of bats against the sodium vapor glow. They will cross themselves when I pass. They will whisper about the smell of ozone and soil that follows me. They are not wrong. After dark, I am not a woman. I am a symptom, a glitch in their sane, well lit world. A reminder that the old magic never died. It just learned to walk in sneakers and a hoodie. Empowered iron lungs. We are the new assisted living. Not for bodies, but for spirits. My anxiety is a polished chrome cylinder hissing a steady rhythm of what if, what if, what if. My depression is a beautiful, intricate machine that breathes for me when I forget how. We are not sick, we are elegantly, technologically sustained. We are cyborgs of the soul. Our fragile, organic hope kept alive by the clanking, wheezing, magnificent apparatus of our coping mechanisms. To be unplugged is to die. So we polish our iron lungs, we decorate them with stickers, we compare their hums. We are the empowered cripples of the psyche, and our machines are our masterpieces. Runaway train. The brakes are a folk tale. The conductor is a skeleton with a grinning, gold-toothed smile. The landscape is a blur of could-have-beens and never-weres. We are not passengers, we are fuel. Our hopes are shoveled into the furnace. Our fears are the steam that screams from the whistle. Every click-clack on the tracks is another second gone, another decision made by the inertia of a past we can't remember. There is no destination. The schedule is a work of fiction. The runaway train is not heading for a crash. The crash is the environment. We have been crashing for generations. This is just the sound it makes. The extraterrestrial liftoff session. Favorite flavor of Dr. Pepper? Cream soda, hands down. They are not here for the politicians. They are here for the freaks. The signal is a frequency only the broken can hear. It sounds like a migraine made of crystal. They hover over the trailer parks in the psychedelic shaman's backyard. Their ships like discarded guitar picks from a god's jam session. They are harvesting the weird. They want the man who paints with his own blood, the woman who speaks in sonnets to parking meters, the child who can taste the color of lies. They are the ultimate A&R scouts, and Earth is their dive bar. They are here for the ones who are too much for this world. Their liftoff is not an abduction, it's a signing. Happier days to come. Sun is nearby me. The promise is a pill I haven't swallowed yet. It's sitting on my tongue, a tiny chemical sun. I can feel the future warmth radiating from it, a preview of the coming attraction. The shadows in this room are already backing away, afraid of the dawn I'm about to ingest. The sun is not in the sky, the sun is in the foil, and it is always nearby. I don't need to wait for happier days. I am their curator. I hold the dawn in my pocket. The trick is to never let the sun fully set, to live in the perpetual, beautiful, artificial golden hour of the almost peak. Future phobic. The present is a room I can barely stand. The future is a corridor leading out of it, lined with doors that have no handles. Every new technology is a new lock. Every trend is a tightening of the walls. My nostalgia isn't for the past, it's for the closing door of now, for the moment just before it becomes a then. I am allergic to tomorrow. It makes my skin itch with the radiation of possibilities I never voted for. I want to press pause. I want to live in the foyer of eternity, but the future is a bulldozer, and it's already knocking down the wall. Hunger striking. This is not a protest against a government, it is a negotiation with God. My body is the bargaining chip. I am refusing to consume the world. I will not eat its lies, its processed joys, its plastic relationships. My shrinking stomach is a cathedral. The pangs are a choir singing a hymn of negation. They try to force feed me meaning, purpose, a job, a family. But I am hungry for the void. I am starving for the truth that comes only when all the fuel is gone and the engine of the self sputters and dies, revealing the silence it was built to drown out. Modern kicks for the solitary hermaphrodite. The body is a disputed territory. The soul is a dual citizen. The kicks aren't for running, they're for grounding. A solid foundation in a world that wants you to pick a side. These shoes are built for the lonely walk through the binary desert. They have traction on both sand and glass. They are a perfect, self contained system, just like me. I don't need a partner to dance. I am the dance. A complex internal tango of testosterone and estrogen, of animus and anima, and these modern kicks are the only thing that keeps the rhythm from tearing me in two. Stone bricks in the wall. They are not bricks of hate, they are bricks of comfort. Each one is a heavy, simple truth. You are not enough. They will hurt you. The world is dangerous. I laid them myself. The mortar is my own fear. It is a slow, meditative process, building a fortress against the terrifying openness of love, of chance, of life. The wall does not keep the world out, it keeps me in. It defines my edges, it gives me a shape. To tear down a brick is not an act of liberation, it is an act of self demolition. I am the wall, and the wall is me. Rough spells, paradigm shifting. The magic isn't clean. It's not wands and sparkles. It's rough spells, incantations that taste of blood and copper, rituals that leave chemical burns on the psyche. I'm not trying to levitate a feather. I'm trying to shift the fucking paradigm. This requires a violent reenchantment of the real. It means staring at a corporate logo until it reveals itself as a demonic sigil. It means listening to a pop song until you hear the encoded frequencies of social control. A rough spell is a cognitive IED. It doesn't change your mind, it blows a hole in the wall of your perception. And a new world rushes in through that wound. Hippocampus. The mind is a clumsy, heavy animal. A hippo in the muddy waters of consciousness. It spends most of its time submerged, only surfacing to yawn a great gassy yawn of a thought, or to defend its territory with a sudden, violent lunge of emotion. Learning is just throwing peanuts at it. Education is a trainer with a chair and a whip, trying to make the hippo balance on a ball. The hippocampus is where the ungainly creature is supposedly tamed. But I can feel it down in the deep, the primordial mud of instinct and rage, waiting for the trainer to slip. The intoxicated priest. The sacrament is 90 proof. The blood of Christ has been swapped out for rot gut. The incense is cigarette smoke. I don't preach forgiveness. I preach the gospel of the glorious, falling down flaw. My congregation is the broken glass on the sidewalk, glittering in the morning sun. My church is the alley behind the bar. I offer absolution through a shared bottle, communion in a nitrous oxide balloon. I am not a man of God. I am a connoisseur of the sacred future, a priest of the cracked vessel. And my only sermon is a slurred, ecstatic hymn to the beauty of the spill. Edge runner. They live in the static between channels. The world is a finished product, a rendered simulation, but the edge runner finds the seams. They glide along the glitches, the buffer zones, the forgotten alleyways of code that the architects missed. Their high isn't from a drug, it's from proximity to the unrendered void. They are data ghosts bleeding through the firewalls of consensus reality. To look at one is to see a human-shaped collection of artifacts and errors, a walking reminder that the world is thin and just on the other side is the screaming, beautiful, raw data of the real. Winter Soldier. They froze me in a block of trauma. A perfect, preserved weapon. They thaw me out for missions. A heartbreak here, a betrayal there, a sudden catastrophic loss. I am the specialist. I feel nothing in the moment. The ice is still in my veins. I complete the objective. Survive. Then, back in the cryo chamber of my own skull, the memories thaw. The faces of the ones I had to leave behind, the sound of my own voice cold and efficient. They call it PTSD. It's not a disorder, it's a debriefing. It's the feeling returning to the limb they froze and used as a club. Fish meets skill. Fish meets scale me bull. The fish is my fragile, gasping truth. The scale is the cold, hard metric of the real world. The bull is the charging, snorting, oblivious force of everything else. They told me to weigh my truth, to be reasonable. So I put my beautiful, shimmering fish on the scale, and then the bull came. There was no measurement, no reasoned debate, just a stomping, a splintering, a mess of scales and water and bloody confetti. The meeting was not a meeting, it was a demolition, and I am left holding the broken scale, wondering why I ever thought the bull would care about the weight of a thing before it shattered it. The world burning. It's not a tragedy, it's a campfire. We are all huddled around it, toasting our marshmallows of petty concern over the flames of the apocalypse. The sky is orange, not with fire, but with the glow of a billion screens reflecting the burn. It is warm, it is familiar. It is the only light we have left. Some people are chanting, some are praying. I am just watching the colors. The world has been on fire for so long it has become our new sun. We have forgotten what a cool, dark, quiet planet feels like. We are children of the pyre, born in the nips of a brutal winter, and this is the only heat we have ever known. The faint-hearted. We are the canaries, but for the soul. We felt the psychic poison first, the low-grade dread in the water supply, the anxiety in the airwaves. We didn't die, we just folded. We are the ones who stay home, who can't handle the news, who have to leave the party because the social static is a physical pain. They call us weak, but we are not weak. We are hypersensitive. Our faint hearts are not a failure of courage. They are an early warning system for a world that is becoming unlivably loud, bright, and cruel. Our collapse is not a personal failing, it is a diagnosis of the environment. Chronic masturbator. It's not about pleasure, it's about sovereignty. In a world that wants to fuck you in a thousand different ways, economically, spiritually, emotionally, the list goes on, this is the one act where you are both the subject and the object. You are the priest and the congregation, the giver and the receiver. It is a ritual of self containment, a perfect closed loop system of need and fulfillment. They call it a vice. I call it a rebellion. A quiet, sticky, shameful rebellion against the tyranny of connection, against the messy, complicated, heartbreaking business of needing somebody else. It is the sexuality of the siege, a fortress jerking itself off. Dimension 7. Forget the first three. Length, width, height are for beginners. Time is the fourth, a river you can't step out of. The fifth is probability, the fog of maybe. The sixth is a plane where all those maybes exist at once, but Dimension 7. Shout out to Nirvana's song D7. That's where the screams are. It's not a place you go, it's a frequency you tune into. It's the background radiation of all the pain that ever was and ever will be. It's the hum of the universe's toothache. Most people have a filter, mine is broken. I live in dimensions 1 through 6, but I am always hearing Dimension 7. It sounds like a tea kettle that will never stop boiling. Concubine holds psychotic nomads. My mind is not a kingdom, it is a desert, and my thoughts are not loyal subjects, they are psychotic nomads. They raid the oasis of my peace, they burn the settlements of my concentration. I am the concubine. I do not rule them, I just try to placate them. I offer them the trinkets of distraction, I sing them the lullabies of medication. I let them rest their wild, dusty heads in my lap, and I pray they do not slit my throat in my sleep. I do not command the horde. I am just the temporary keeper of its most volatile members, hoping today is not the day they decide to burn the tent down with me in it. Artificial organs. They have replaced my heart with a piezoelectric pump. It thrums with the rhythm of the power grid. My My liver is a nanofilter, scrubbing the environmental poisons in my own toxic thoughts. My lungs are twin HEPA filters, straining the emotional smog. I am a beautiful, efficient biomechanical hybrid, but the ghost in the machine is still organic. It remembers the squishy, inefficient, bloody thump of a real heart. It remembers the ache of a soul that wasn't engineered for optimization. I am a masterpiece of modern coping, but I dream of failure. I dream of a systems crash that would allow the wet, messy, authentic animal to finally, blessedly die. My menstrual blood will heal the sorrows. They call it a curse, a mess, a inconvenience. They scrub it away, hide it, pretend it doesn't exist. But this is the only magic left. This is the blood that was not shed for violence, but for the potential of life. It is the moon's tide in my body. I collect it. I paint sigils on my floor with it. I anoint the door frames. This blood is a solvent for the psychic grime of the world. It is a reminder that creation and destruction are the same cycle. My menstrual blood is a holy water, and this world is a fucking haunted house. Let the ghosts drink. Let them remember what it is to have a body, to have a cycle, to be part of the messy, beautiful, bleeding earth. First world problem: the patriarchy. My cage is gilded. The bars are made of choice. The patriarchy is not a monster with a club. It's a system of impeccable taste. It's the voice that says you can be anything and then holds you a menu with only three options, all of which involve your body as currency. My first world problem is the agony of the well-fed prisoner. I am not starving, I am curated. I am not silenced, I am amplified into meaninglessness. The oppression is so subtle, it feels like anxiety, so complete, it feels like freedom. How do you revolt against a system that has already written the theme song for your revolution and is selling it back to you as a ringtone? Endometriosis. It is a colonial uprising inside my own body. My womb, that silent, expected territory, is declaring independence. It is planting its flags of pain in my back, my legs, my lungs. The cells are seceding, building their own rogue state in the republic of me. The pain is not a symptom, it is the manifesto. It says, I will not be a quiet vessel. I will not be a peaceful, productive landscape. If I cannot create life on your terms, I will create pain on mine. This is not a disease. This is a secession, a civil war fought in the dark, wet interior of the self. And I am both the government and the rebel, trying to negotiate a peace treaty with my own treacherous flesh. Unsung Zen master. He works at the copy shop. He doesn't speak of enlightenment. He speaks of toner levels and paper jams. His koan is a malfunctioning stapler. His meditation is the hum of the industrial printer. He has achieved a perfect blank-minded unity with the mundane. He does not seek to transcend the world of things. He merges with it. He is one with the copy, the original, the shredder. When a customer is enraged, he breathes. When the machine breaks, he smiles. He is not waiting for nirvana. He is collating it, hole punching it, and filing it away in triplicate. The universe is a vast, incomprehensible mystery, and he is just here to make sure your double-sided flyers are aligned correctly. Lump for love. It started as a small, hard knot of need, just a little lump below the heart. But it grew. It fed on every rejection, every misconnection, every unreturned text. Now it is a geological formation, a tumor of unspent affection. I can feel its weight, a dense, heavy stone of pure, concentrated love with no outlet. It is not malignant. It is just there, a monument to my own capacity for feeling. Sometimes I think if they cut me open, they wouldn't find organs. They'd find this one perfect, terrible lump, and it would be worth more than all the functional, loving hearts in the world. Disease scratching insides. It doesn't have a name. It's not in the medical books. It's the feeling of a rodent made of static, trapped in the crawl space of my ribs. It scratches not for escape, but for attention. Its tiny claws are made of forgotten humiliations and inherited fears. The doctor says my blood work is fine. My scans are clear, but I can hear it. Scratching, scratching, scratching. It is building a nest in my subconscious, lining it with the hair of my anxieties. It is not a disease that will kill me. It is a disease that will move in, a permanent scratching tenant in the house of my body. cut the nerve between magic and you. There is a silver thread that connects the soul to the numinous, a live wire that carries the current of coincidence, the shock of prophecy, the tingle of a world alive with meaning. I took the scissors, the social ones, the ones that trim you to fit in, and I snipped it. It didn't hurt. It was a quiet, clean cut. Now the world is just a world. A bird is just a bird. A dream is just a dream. There are no signs, no secret messages. The static is just static. It is peaceful. It is sane. It is also the most profound amputation a human can suffer, and I did it to myself, to become a functioning member of a world that had no use for magic. Throw your hands up if you're tired. Not of work, not of life, but of the performance, of the constant low-grade acting, the smile when you feel nothing, the nod when you understand nothing, the passion for projects that mean nothing. My hands are up. I am surrendering, not to an enemy, but to the truth. I am tired of my own face. I am tired of the sound of my own voice, saying the expected things. This is a white flag raised to the universe. I am tired. I am so tired, and in the surrender there is a strange, electrifying freedom, the freedom of the exposed nerve, the freedom of the collapsed marionette. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.